Hi guys! Just in May I hit 4 years since I moved to Serbia, and I realized that I never shared the story how it's all happened. Since I'm Russian and it's been 4 years, you can have some guesses, right? So let's see if you're right or not. Recently, I came to Belgrade to remember to visit all my favorite places in Zemun, in the neighborhood that I was living when I first time came to Serbia. I also visited my favorite birds. I always came here to feed swans when I felt lost or confused. But let's start the story. In 2022, I just started living. I was 25, 6 years old. I started to save money, I started to travel, had a lot of plans and how to live my awesome life. But then February happened. It was a huge shock, and I wanted to escape Earth at all, but never even considered immigration. It was just jokes in office for fun that we are going to go through some forest to, cross the border. Anyway, my company's main client back then was from Canada or USA, something like this. And at one moment, all payments just got blocked. So they needed to do something. They went to Serbia, they opened a company here. In a month, they came back with a lot of stories and question like, would you like to move there with us? Did any one of us even know that Serbia as a country exists? I didn't. Shame, but yeah. And I always wanted to travel. I At the same time I was never traveling abroad at the time, but still I simply just said like, let's do it. So I packed all my stuff, say goodbye to family and friends, and in a month I already been in Serbia. Looking back, it was immigration for adventure. When I came to Serbia, thanks God, bosses helped me, so everything went kind of smoothly. Uh, for example, they already rented apartment for me, so I just moved in. But I wasn't really ready what is going to happen next. Uh, First months, I think I literally didn't went out. I was just working all the time and being in an apartment. That month, I think I went for something except groceries 4 times. But after my bosses opened office in downtown, it became easier. It was like 20 minutes by bus from the place where I was living, and every morning I was crossing the bridge. On the one side it was Old Town, on the other side it was New Town, and this became a point where I left everything behind. Whatever I was feeling before, I just left it and started a new day. The location was kind of good. It was in center, so I was able to go for walks to the riverside or to the center every lunch break. I really loved that time. After some time, I told myself, like, you came here to travel, so I did it. I visited Bosnia, Montenegro, Albania, and it was amazing, but it was exhausting and it just made everything harder. The company actually was not doing too well, and there was a moment when I was just sitting on the swing and crying because next day I should pay for rent payment, but I didn't have money because my salary was delayed, and I was just sitting there crying. And for that version of me, it felt like it's the end of the world. Situation like this, the need to learn at the same time Serbian and English, and juggling million other things, put me off the balance. And at one moment I even felt the like never making me happy anymore. So I just decided to go back to Russia. I even packed my things in the apartment in case I do not come back. So I landed in Russia. I walked out of the airport with all my hopes, and um, I saw in news that mobilization has just been announced. And I was standing right there in front of the airport thinking like, should I fly back right now? Right now. But anyway, I had a very lovely time with my family and friends. It felt a bit like nothing has changed there. Like I never moved, but a lot changed in me. I already saw for that few months in Serbia, I already saw that life can be different, that you don't have to live in surviving mode all the time and you can just enjoy life. And to be honest, I love that here. And I decided to come back, this time consciously with the intention to actually build a new life in a new country. So I came back, I signed up for dances, and twice a week I was like walk home skipping from the happiness with a big smile on my face. I hired English teacher, I started to go on events, and by the end of the year even on dates, but that's for another time. And here we are 4 years later. Uh, I got Serbian husband, and I can speak in Serbian for at least 20, 30 minutes, like okay, understanding everything. It doesn't mean that I know Serbian actually, because recently I was explaining to my father-in-law, like that my grandfather's horse is having a little horse, literally like this, like woman horse will have a baby horse, even though like in Serbian, like woman horse is kobila and baby horse is žrebe, which is very similar to Russian, but you see it's like never mind, a win is a win. I also studied fully in Serbian and got my driving license from the first try. Yeah, I got friends, they're Russians, but still counts, right? I already have my favorite places, cafes in the country. I had my hope here. Until last week, I thought that I'm doing pretty good. I was close, very close to getting my permanent residence. I was even thinking to go to mortgage. But recently, I got news that I'm being laid off. So I guess immigration is not done with challenging me yet. So yeah, I kind of lost my job. Stay with me for more updates about the story. It's kind of in process. I will definitely share it with you. Immigration is making you stronger than ever. It teaches you things that you never even could imagine learning and changes you in a way you never expect. And it's not just words, you need to experience it to feel it. But yeah, I guess immigration for fun wasn't particularly good idea or smart idea, but I'm really glad that I said yes that time. Yeah, that's pretty it. Thank you for watching and see you in next videos.